Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to go through my budget, my March 2020 budget report. So basically I'm just going to close out the transactions and then give you kind of the rundown on what I spent and all that good stuff. So we're just going to move this bit out of the way for a moment too, and you'll see the overview of my March. You can see every day besides from 2 we had spending. Lots of green, which is groceries, lots of purples, which are unbudgeted items. So yeah, it was a little bit of a not so great one. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom you in. Woohoo, I actually zoomed the right way for once. Okay, so the 28th, Saturday the 28th, we went and did I did my main shopping in Tesco's, which was $67.88. That was everything in Tesco's, and it wasn't very much either. Like, I didn't really get very much meat there. And you can see a video of my latest grocery haul over on my other channel, or Irish Family, and that's linked in the description. In deals, I just got some stuff for $6.50, which I'm sure were just kind of treats and whatever. We've had a lot of treats since we've been in lockdown. M&S. So Marks and Spencer's we went to, and we got something for $4.60. These are buns, and a bun and some cookies, I think. And then again we went to Eurogiant, and Eurogiant was definitely treats. $6.50 here. I don't know what that was in the deals, but you know. Now we move over to the 29th, Sunday the 29th, and we had one for Lidl, and it was for $11.97. Again, don't know what I bought, but anyways. Then the next day on the 30th we got something for $1.50 in Eurogiant. See, this is the kind of downside of living in a place that's close to shops, because we live pretty much in the center of a town, and while there's not very many shops open because of the coronavirus, the food shops are open. So I find myself just going, oh, I'm just gonna go for a little walk and then just go into the shop, and I know that's not what I should be doing, so I need to definitely stop it. And then we picked up some of the Marks and Spencer's everyday markdown food that are the kind of the best by date is on it. So I went in and picked up a lot of food for $8.63. There was also 2 more. So on the 31st, while I was in there on the Tuesday, I went to Holland & Barrett and I picked Ava up vitamin D drops. We have had her on vitamin D drops since January, after she kept getting sick over the Christmas and up to Christmas. So we had run out of the vitamin D drops, so I bought them. And also in Boots I got something for $14.48, and I'm just trying to remember what it is that I actually bought. Oh, we bought her some Child's Farm cream and also 1% hydrocortisone cream that we use sparingly in the mornings on her, and that has seemed, this combination here has just seemed to help us. So we have her on the pro or prebiotic, we have her on a multivitamin chewy every day, and then with the extra vitamin D drops, and then for her cream in the morning time we do like the 1% hydrocortisone cream, and we put that on her, mainly on her like her creases, and on her either her back or her belly, whichever she's finding more itchy that day. Then throughout the day we put on Child's Farm, and at night time we put on Big Thick Emulsifying Ointment. So that's how we control her her eczema. It's an ever ongoing battle, which if you have eczema yourself or your child has it, you'll know just how awful it is. Like, I wouldn't wish it on anybody. So this is everything. So that's my whole month, and that's a whole lot of spending. Very unnecessary spending. You'll see now that we overspent on a lot of categories, as you can probably tell by this. But to move this out of the way, I'm just going to go over to how I did my budget last month. So if you've seen my budget from the other day, you'll see that we're no longer doing it this way. I have set up a a spread for myself. You can see it here. I set up a spread using the stickers that I made. And this video, if you want to see me talk about this and our reduced income, is going to be linked in the description, but you can also just click on my channel name, Karen's Budget and Plan, and then it will bring you to my latest videos as well. So that's that, but for now I'm going to do this. So we're going to zoom, wrong way, we're going to zoom you guys in and just where I'll have to leave in my okay. So ruler has been got. So basically what I'm going to do is I am going to put this here. I'm just going to see actually in the previous months. I keep my previous months here. I'm just going to see how I did it. Oh yeah, okay. Because going forward from next month, obviously I'm going to be doing it here. I'm going to be doing what the actual was and adding it up at the end, whether or not I was right or not. So we're going to have this and this. So in this we do the bills and we also do the cash envelopes. So I don't go through the sinking funds because I do a whole separate video on sinking funds, so I won't be updating you on that, but there will be a separate video on it. Okay, so the gym ended up being 28 euros. So there was nothing to do there. The rent was exactly as I wanted it, 1,133 euros. TV license was 13 euros 33. Air was slightly different. It was 74.98, which means that it was a cent over budget. So then Gomo was 9.99 like I thought it was going to be. Netflix was 7.99. The Sky TV was 49.99. And the electric was 70. So you can see there was just one section there that was different. So now we bring it down to the groceries. So groceries, you can see I had 360 euros planned. Well, that actually ended up being 560 euros 74 cent. Like, it's obviously 200 euros and 74 cent over budget. Like, that's not good. That's not a good start. Petrol. So petrol was I just remembered, so I brought money over from the previous month, so it was 180. So it was 145 euro, which means that we were under by 25 for 15. Is it? Yeah, 15. So at least there was a little bit under. Robert was a no spend, so that was correct. I was a no spend, that was correct. Ava, we did spend, we ended up spending 15 euros. So that was over what I had planned at the time. Dining out was no spend, and we in fact spent 153 euros 95. So that was obviously over by 153.95. And now when I look back at this, I'm thinking, hold on, I've overspent 200 euros on groceries and I also spent an extra 153 euros. Like, so in total on food for the month, we spent 560.74 plus 153.95, 714 euros 69 cents. Ooh, just on food. That's a bit excessive to me. The hair was exactly as I wanted it to be at 10. So that was fine. Household wasn't anything, although technically it was, but I have that kind of as unbudgeted. So that was right. So we have tolls. Something I forgot to add was tolls. I completely forgot about that before we changed our car last month, that we had gone through the toll bridge, so that was $5.20, and the other one was unbudgeted. So if I just get this back, I'll run through the unbudgeted bits with you, okay? So they're the purple ones. So the first one was outdoor wear for Ava. So now this seems a bit ridiculous because school is probably no longer going to be around. But basically, we were having issues with Ava's outdoor gear that she had at school. So we hadn't provided any for her. The school has plenty. But Ava is so tall that she needed the biggest size that we could get. So, which was for 6 to 8 year olds. And bear in mind, my daughter just turned 4. So it was for 6 to 8 year olds because every day she was coming home with a change of clothes. There was just muck all over. So I just went to Lidl and I bought their outdoor gear that was available. It was $19.98, and that's what this one was for. So the next one we had was over here, Tesco's at $19.89. So in fact I changed that. So I took that out. That's no longer an unbudgeted. It should actually be green now. So I might just stick that over it because I had initially said it was going to be an unbudgeted item, and it was essentially unbudgeted because it was outside of the grocery limit, but then I changed the way I was tracking kind of like in the second half of the month, so I'll just change that to there. So over here again, eFlow was an unbudgeted item, and you saw that I just wrote that there, the tolls, which is eFlow. Tiger was €3, and basically we switched around Ava's room, and what did we do? We switched around Ava's room and we got we had to get a longer lead for her monitor. And the reason we have a baby, as I said, she is 4 and we still have a monitor in her room. And I was thinking about this the other day about why do we still have that there? And then the last few days have really signified why it's there. Not because we will obviously hear her because we only live in a small apartment, but it's the scratching. So sometimes if she's just sitting up and she's scratching, it doesn't make that much noise, and we probably wouldn't hear it, but because of the monitor we can hear it, so we can stop her doing it. We can go into the room and stop her doing it because she would just scratch herself raw. So that's kind of a reason why. Other things that were unbudgeted that we didn't have at all in the plan this month was the IKEA. So basically we got Ava a mid-sleeper and a mattress for her room, and this was the plan later on down the line, but because our holiday is cancelled, we decided, hey, we'll just buy it now. And also myself and Robert bought ourselves a mattress, and we haven't had a mattress in about 15 years. So we got ourselves, and it was $574. So to go along with that, she had needed new bedding because she went from a toddler size bed to a single bed, so we needed new sheets. We also, well, I don't know what this was for. So we had B&Q. I bought her a tough tray, so that's just this big kind of black builder's tray where they'd mix cement or mortar and stuff, but we are using it for sensory play, water play inside the apartment. It's perfect for holding that in. We have here on the 21st, it's a cake for Ava. Then over here we have some stuff from Amazon and Smith's. So this is a washer wheel again, so for water play for Ava. And then from Amazon we got sensory stuff. We got water beads, we got water droppers, and this kind of numbers, wooden numbers thing to help her with that. And then finally Robert bought some spray paint for the car. So you can see there's an awful lot. So but considering the IKEA stuff on its, considering the IKEA stuff alone was $574, the actual amount we spent here was €723.25. So yeah, in hindsight, because you know hindsight is an amazing thing, we wouldn't have bought that bed and we wouldn't have bought the mattress until after this thing was open. But of course we weren't thinking about that. We weren't thinking about the fact that, you know, Robert would potentially not lose his job because he hasn't lost his job, but temporarily laid off from his job and getting like 46 or 47% less in his wage packet each week. We weren't thinking about it, so like, you know, hindsight is all that. Like, that could have been into our emergency fund, but you know, it is what it is, and we're really happy with our mattress, and Ava loves her new bed. And this food situation, I'm happy about this, you know, because at the time, like, I needed all of those. Like, there was just, it was panic. I panic obviously by buying extra food. Now, I wasn't like bulk buying, and if you watch my grocery hauls, it was just kind of like a lot of food. So yeah, you can see it wasn't great. We've spent over €1,000 more than we should have this month. A lot of it came from our holiday fund, because we had, you know, we were reaching a good amount there because we were obviously saving to go on holidays in May. But we still managed to save a tiny bit into our emergency fund, but realistically, we should have had a lot more. So this is it. This is how it went for the month of March. Lots of overspending, and you know, it is what it is. We can't really do very much more about it. So that's it. That is today's video. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. I hope everybody is keeping safe and well and staying in and social distancing, washing your hands, coughing and sneezing into your elbow, and all of those other safety guidelines that have been given to us. If you are one of the frontline workers, the essential workers, you are still at work, thank you very much for going out and risking your health in order to provide us with doctors, nurses, cleaners, fire people, people who work in the shops. Like, thank you very much. So yeah, that is March. It's been a strange one, guys. Let's see what April holds for us. All right, talk to you later. Bye.